The newest update inside of Escape Tsunami for Brainrots adds in a ton of new content, including brand new Infinity Brainrots. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can get the brand new Infinity that was just added in the most recent update. I'm going to show you how you can do it the most efficient as possible. I really hope this video helps you guys out, and if it does, please make sure you subscribe, okay? It's going to be a long one, so let's get right into it. The first method that I have to show you guys is obviously with the brand new event. As you can see, there is a phantom event that is happening in literally 5 minutes in my server right now, and this thing actually gives a very good odds of actually getting this brain rot. The new phantom event is by far the most broken event we have gotten in the entire game because the things you can get in it are insane, so we're gonna be waiting for that to happen. But in the meantime, I'm gonna show you another method too. The other method is one you've probably heard of, and that is to simply get out a bunch of celestial blocks. You can find these at the end of the map, or you can honestly even just go and buy them from the mystery merchant. Sometimes during here, there's also divine blocks, but I don't really recommend you buy it off of here. In there, it's pretty expensive, so I don't think it's really worth it. But what you want to do with these celestial blocks is you actually want to wait for the developers to do admin abuses. Now, this can occur naturally, but if they do lucky storms or a brand new event, which I believe is like a tornado thing that can spawn in, if you actually take your lucky block near it and it's a divine or celestial, which for some reason in this game a celestial works better, but you can actually get your block to become a infinity. And I have actually done this multiple times. That's how I've actually been able to get this infinity here and these two over here. Here's a clip of me actually doing it once a while back. As you can see, I have this celestial block and it's getting struck, right? But if I go back over here, as you can see, I open an infinity block. But if I go back just a little bit from that, you will see that this infinity block right here is actually equipped as a celestial block, meaning the celestial turned into an infinity, and that's how I was actually able to get it. I did this using the lucky storm. For some reason, it works really well with celestial blocks, so I highly recommend you do that when it's happening. But in this scenario right now, we actually don't quite have that. So let's go ahead, quickly wait for 2 minutes so I can show you the brand new overpowered phantom event inside of the game. All right, here we go. 4, 3, 2, 1, and boom. Here is the insane phantom event, bro. This event is actually so good. Now, there's multiple ways to get it inside of this event. The first one is obviously picking up these orbs around the map. This works very similar to how the Valentine's event worked, where the better the orbs you pick up, the more points in terms of orbs you have, and then you can go and deposit your orbs inside of the pirate ship. Now, the green ones, I believe, give you 1 point. The purple ones give you 3 points, and the big yellow ones give you 10 points. So if you actually pick up the yellow, or I mean the red, it's red, it's definitely not yellow, but if you pick up the red ones, they are so good, bro. They give you so much points, and I think the max you can hold is 100. So definitely just pick up these orbs. It's a lot easier to actually see these than it was for the Valentine stuff, so I think picking up stuff for this event is gonna be way easier. And fun fact, you can get an infinity straight from doing this. All right, there we go. I believe I have filled up my thing. It's not gonna let me pick up anymore, right? Yeah, you need to submit your current orbs first. So 100 is the max, and basically all you do is just go up this pirate ship and just sell them, bro, or put them inside of the phantom cannon. There's this little cannon over here that's actually progressively going to grow as time goes by and you put more stuff in. I highly recommend you do this with friends, so that way you can fill up the cannon very far. And after this, when the event ends, which I believe is 7 minutes and 50 seconds, it's going to spawn in a bunch of brain rots and rewards for you, and you can get infinities from doing this. I'm going to go ahead and pick this up one more time because I want to get to like a little bit of a higher tier, similar to, you know, how we did the Valentine's event. And like I said, I highly recommend that you do this with your friends. I literally have no friends, so I'm doing this by myself. All right, come on. Now we're going to go ahead and put another 100 orbs in here. As you can see, this thing gets big very quickly. I genuinely don't know how big you can get this to be. So let's see if it still keeps on growing in size if I go and put in one more set of orbs. I mostly look for just the red and the purple ones, not really the green ones, because that is what's actually going to get me the most points. It is so much faster to get the other orbs. Look at that, bro. Boom. We are done once again. Now we just run all the way back into the ship and deposit it all. If you also have shields, this is going to help you do this a lot faster because you then are just simply never dying to waves, really. And I think that's very important, especially if you're trying to do this. Bro, what is going on? I hate how, like, steep this ramp is. My character does not like climbing it, bro. But here we are. Does it still keep growing? And yeah, it does. I mean, at some point, it just gets really, really big. But yes, like I said, the more you put it in there, the better it is. And you can actually get an infinity from doing this. Also, you are able to compete against players to get an infinity block. As you can see, if you're a top 100 player where you've put in as much as other players, you literally have a chance to get a divine, infinity, or even celestial. Right now, I'm actually getting a celestial if I were to keep my spot. But I'm going to lose it because I am now going to show you the next insane method. The next insane method with this update is actually inside of the heart of this ship. Right in this area where there is a bunch of enemies, and oh my god, you are gonna want to clear these guys out because it is so important. They will literally kill you before you can get anything good. I don't know if it's an admin abuse only thing, but right here, yeah, as you can see, it's not an admin abuse only thing, but a random brain rot can literally just spawn in this area. Now, it's a little bit buggy because you're going to spawn under the table when you pick it up, but you are able to take this thing back to your base. And fun fact, this can be any of the brand new brain rots. So the divines, the infinities, all of that good stuff can spawn in there. When the developers are doing it, usually there's a timer telling you, hey, the devs are going to spawn something here in like a minute. As you can see, this is actually what it looked like in my video. It was saying what is going to be spawning in 3 seconds. And the best part is all the brain rots that spawn there have a mutation on them. So what I personally recommend is while you're actually waiting for something new to spawn in, which by the way, the game will send a notification so you will know. But meanwhile you're doing that, you're going to want to be picking up these red orbs in order to get points. And how did I just die? Getting these orbs is going to let you not only place for the leaderboard of this event's duration, but you actually literally have the ability to get an infinity if your luck is just really, really good. But let's go back up here and put in another 100 orbs, and boom, there we go. Is this cannon going to get bigger? Bro, it's still getting bigger bit by bit. I'm top 50,000 now, which is pretty bad because, you know, I started slacking off. But let's go and keep grinding this thing so we can get back our spot, hopefully. I also love how big, like, the orbs are, so you can really see it from anywhere around the map. And the Valentine's event was a lot harder to do because the orbs or the hearts blended in a lot more than they do in this update. So this is very good. And if you pick up more in the back, by the way, more tend to spawn in the front. So depending on where you pick up, it'll go on the opposite side of that. But here we go. Let's put more in, and as you can see, is upgraded to reward tier 2. So like there's multiple tiers and we're only at tier 2. Look at how big this cannon is, bro. Now it's got effects on it and stuff. Oh my gosh, that is insane. There we go. I got another 100. Let's put it in this thing. How much time do I have? Oh my god, a minute. Okay, let's go quick and try to get everything else. Okay, I don't really have time to collect anymore, so let's put our final amount in there. And this is personally the best I can do by myself. Obviously, I am placing top 21,000. I could have, to be honest, gotten a divine lucky block if I actually went ahead and did it one more time. But since I stopped to show you guys the other method, I was not able to do it. But yeah, just wait for something to spawn here. It spawns, I believe, only once every single time, and it's any of the brand new brain rots with the phantom mutation, including possibly even the infinity. All right, here's the phantom cannon, and as you can see, it's shooting out some skibbity toilet looking brain rot, bro. Wait, what is that? I have never actually seen this one. Okay, it's a secret. Not very good. And also, fun fact, you can actually get things to be level 300 now. Yes. In my last video, while we were going over the update, the developers leaked that level 300 is possible now, even after you get to Rebirth 29, which with Rebirth 29, you can get your brain rods to be level level 275. And this right here is what the brand new Brainrot looks like. As you can see, it's called the Colossal Doomini TikTookIni or whatever. And this thing is insane, bro. It makes 1.6 billion a second as just a level 1. So it's by far going to be the best Infinity Brainrot inside the entire game. You are also able to simply just buy an Infinity block off the mystery merchant. Sometimes the developers will stock it in here for a good price. Keep in mind, this isn't every single time. Like, I could also go ahead and buy this thing. Oh my god, what is this guy giving me, bro? To keep your stuff. Thank you. But yes, you can find it in the mystery merchant. It's incredibly overpriced unless the devs stock it themselves. And I have seen them stock it for either the magma or the galaxy coins. So if you can collect Brainrots that have those, you have a very good chance of actually, you know, getting something really, really good. Fun fact, while those events happen, such as the magma event or the asteroid space event that allows you to get these currencies, they actually have a chance to spawn down a Brainrot that is infinity. So the chances of that are very slim, but I did get to talk to the developers about that myself. Here it is. It's where I asked him, can infinity spawns with the galaxy event? I'm assuming the magma too, because he said yes, it can. Very, very rare. And then I said, what? And he said, you can get a galaxy trait infinity. It's just very rare. Those can happen naturally without the developers actually doing any form of admin abuse, I'm pretty sure. So you constantly want to be on the lookout for it. And I mean, you literally are able to see every single event that's happening in the game just off of this board. So actually, it looks like none of the important ones are going to be happening. So, but hopefully by the time you're watching this video, your luck is a lot better with the types of events that are about to happen. And the last method that I would actually consider as the second best method is all the way at the end of the map. And this was something they added in the last update. Oh my god, there's so many wacky waves, bro. But so far, you've understood the point with all of the other methods, including the phantom one, which I think is the absolute best method. But while there is no phantom event, you are able to get infinity blocks, or not infinity lucky blocks, but just infinities, divines, and stuff like that in general, straight from this tower trial or the tsunami tower. There is actually a trick to using this, by the way. There's actually two tricks, but the first trick is to actually start the trial, and whatever stuff it asks you for, you simply just want to get 3 of. The developers have actually gone ahead and increased the cap to 20, so now you don't actually have to go for 10. And I don't know if this is a nerf or a buff, but it sounds like a buff to me. But the goal here right now is to actually just get what the requirement is. So you want to go ahead and get 3 of what it's asking for. I'm gonna go ahead and start with this little watermelon looking dude, and we're gonna take this Brainrot all the way to the back. All right, here we are. Boom, place it in. Now, it's not going to let me actually end this tower until I get at least 3. So, we're going to need to run back and get 2 more. And the next one I need is an epic. So, let's quickly get that. You also can only get Brainrots that are in this area themselves. You cannot bring anything from your base because it just does not work. So, don't try to do that, and you can only carry 1 Brainrot at a time while you're actually doing the tower trial, so keep that in mind. But it's actually really good to do during the wacky waves. It's very easy to dodge the waves as long as you got even a shield. But we need 1 more, and for this last one, bruh, it wants a common, meaning I gotta go all the way back. You want to make sure you don't actually die to the tsunamis. I know it takes you back instantly, but it actually takes off time from the amount of time that you actually have. So, it's not a very good idea, but here we go. Let's take back this last Nubini Keikini real quick. All right, boom. And now I can actually complete the trial. The reason why you want to do that is because the more trials you actually do, the more luck you can actually get. You're able to do this every 5 minutes, and you can increase your luck multiplier tremendously. The more you increase it, the way better the rewards can actually be. And the more you actually put in, the better rewards as well. Now, during the admin abuses, the developers actually automatically filled this thing out for you. So all you have to do is come and claim your rewards. And that's a really cool little feature that they have. And also, always keep in mind, you can trade for these for trade tokens. It's actually extremely cheap inside the trading plaza to trade for, you know, infinities in general. Now, the new infinity that they have added, which I have yet to get a normal version of, is actually not very cheap. So keep that in mind. But if you're just simply going for any form of infinity, it's way better than buying the infinity block here, which is literally 8,888 trade tokens, which is equal to 8,000 Robux. You're actually way better off finding them in here. Like, I bet you I could find one for like around 300, maybe even less, bro. Like, can we find anything right here? Okay, this is a little example. As you can see, this guy has 4 different infinities, and he is selling them, or 2 infinities, my bad, and he's selling one for 400 and then the other one for 350. So a whole lot cheaper, and you can make this stuff pretty quickly if you know, just simply grind. This guy, on the other hand, is selling the blocks. So if you do get the blocks, maybe don't even sell it, just or maybe don't even open it, just come to the trading plaza and sell it instead. Bro, look at this guy. He has the Doomini TikTookini. Wait, does he have it on his booth anywhere? Okay, I don't see his booth at all, or I don't see any other booths that have infinities on them, to be honest. Okay, this one has one for 400 once again. You could honestly find it a little bit cheaper than 400, just an FYI. And if you don't, you just press this button called Shuffle Plazas, and it literally just takes you to another server for you. Look at that, bro. An infinity and a boo-boo for 260. That is so worth it, bro. But if y'all enjoyed this video, please go ahead and watch this one on the screen right here. Please, I went to picked it for you myself because I really think it's a good video and you're really gonna like it. So pick it fast, though. This video is about to end. Until then, I'll catch you in that video. Bye!